Bonsoir YouTubers, this is Cessna Ace back again with another VideoDisc Adds video, this time concentrating on DVD and Blu-ray. Now, since the last time I did one of these videos, I have added quite a few new subscribers, so I wish to thank all of you who are new subscribers, and I also wish to thank those of you who have been subscribers and have stuck with me. I really appreciate it. Alright, I have a lot of ground to cover, a lot of different genres. I'll start with this one, why don't I? This is from Image Entertainment and Something Weird Video. This is not one of Something Weird Video's made-on-demand DVD-Rs, as is the case with all of the collaborative releases from Image Entertainment and Something Weird Video. This is a full-on DVD, complete with copy protection and region encoding. Don't feature. Each film stars Chesty Morgan, and the two films are Deadly Weapons, which I've seen, and Double Agent 73, which I haven't gotten around to yet. Now, if you wish, you can order each of these films separately from Something Weird Video as made-on-demand DVD-Rs. But those are $10 a piece, and I think I paid $15 for this. So this is the better deal. Now, there is a Blu-ray counterpart that has 3 features on it. As is the case with all of the collaborative releases between Something Weird Video and Image Entertainment, the discs were replicated by Sony, and there are a lot of extras. Come on, focus. It's not cooperating. Both films were produced and directed by the Queen of Exploitation, Doris Wishman. How to do justice to Deadly Weapons. I can read just the first paragraph off the back. When gangsters kill her boyfriend, the eye-popping, excessively endowed Chesty Morgan seeks revenge with 2 of the most incredible weapons ever seen on the motion picture screen, her 73-inch breasts. That right there is part of Something Weird Video's generic opening to all their videos. Okay, this is release ID 3021 SWDVD. Warning, this program contains graphic nudity. Okay. During the 1930s, there were a lot of comedy teams that made films. RKO Radio Pictures' in-house comedy team were Wheeler and Woolsey. Very popular. In fact, the only comedy team more popular at the box office than Wheeler and Woolsey were Laurel and Hardy. Wheeler and Woolsey made more money at the box office than the Marx Brothers, the Ritz Brothers, the Three Stooges, Olsen and Johnson. I think Robert Woolsey had died by the time Abbott and Costello started making movies. Anyway, Image Entertainment released 10 of their films under license from Turner Home Entertainment on Laserdisc, and I have all 10, but that's only half of their films. This is from Warner Archive, Remastered Edition. That's one I have on Laserdisc. Diplomaniacs. Now, film critic Leonard Maltin, who is a fan of Wheeler and Woolsey, says that, well, you either hate Wheeler and Woolsey or you love Wheeler and Woolsey. But if you're not familiar with Wheeler and Woolsey, this is probably the best film to try first. I'm not sure I agree with that. It is very surreal in some places. And there is a scene that is difficult to watch now because it's all done in blackface. A common practice back then, but still. Not all of their comedies are musicals, but this one is. Now, RKO Radio Pictures never did, look, screenplay by Joseph L. Mankiewicz, never did appreciate Wheeler and Woolsey. So there was a point midway in their making films for RKO that RKO was slow to renew their contracts. So they quickly signed a one-picture deal with Columbia and made one film there, as you would imagine. Huge hit. RKO wasted no time signing them back. Diplomaniacs. Okay, from BBC Video, we have Doctor Who, The Sea Devils. Now this is with John Pertwee as the Doctor. I didn't start watching Doctor Who until Tom Baker era. But that doesn't mean I can't go back and watch the older ones. This is the complete serial for Story 62. Doctor Who, of course, has been around for 50 years. Loads of extras. On the disc, it says approximate running time 147 minutes plus 53 minutes extras. More Doctor Who. I had seen this episode several times on BBC America before I got this DVD. Unfortunately, BBC America edits out content. This is, of course, unedited. Or more accurately, uncut. Because every film's edited. Even if it's edited inside the camera, it's still edited. Okay. Another double feature, this time from 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment. Darko and S. Darko, a Donnie Darko tale. Now, as you can probably notice, there's another cover under there, but it looks primarily like that. And I think this looks cooler. And I don't want to take it off and run the risk of not getting it to stick back on. So it's staying on. Okay, big Woody Allen fan. This is based on one of his plays. There was an earlier film version of it, which I believe starred Jackie Gleason in the cast. But that version isn't very well thought of. I haven't seen it myself. This version, made for television, was directed by Woody Allen himself, and he's in the cast. And it is hilarious. Also has Dom DeLuise, Michael J. Fox, and Julie Kavner in it. This is from Touchstone Home Entertainment, so Disney put this out. Interestingly, Dom DeLuise plays a priest, and he played a priest in the Mel Brooks film, The 12 Chairs. Anyway, in this he plays a priest who is also a very bad magician. But this is hilarious. Okay, back to the land, or to the land of made-on-demand releases. These are from Sinister Cinema. I think the highest volume I have in this series is volume 153, but I've been going back and picking up the volumes that I don't have. This is Drive-In Double Feature, volume 106. What they do is they take two films that either did or could have played as double features at drive-ins back in the day, and then between the features they run the kind of thing you would see at a drive-in, like advertisements for their snack bar and so forth. I have several releases on DVD of The Ghost with Barbara Steele. That is an excellent film, although I believe it's a sequel to The Horrible Dr. Hitchcock. Anyway, also included Dead Eyes of London. But if you haven't seen The Ghost, I recommend it. Okay, volume 107, Destination Space, and Terror in the Midnight Sun. Okay, this next one came from the Netherlands. Big fan of the Eurovision Song Contest. This has hits made famous by the Eurovision Song Contest. Believe it or not, the most famous of all of the Eurovision Song Contest winners isn't on here, and that would be Waterloo by ABBA. But there are plenty of good songs on here. Brotherhood of Man, they had a lot of hits in the U.S. prior to their Eurovision win. Carola, she's from Sweden. I love her. Martha McNeil, I See a Star. That's one weird performance. Okay. As I said, this was released in the Netherlands. Okay, now, in the past, Warner Home Video used a style of case for their budget releases that practically nobody likes. It's just snapper cases. They have started using slim cases. Pick this up at Big Lots. Freddy versus Jason. This cost me all of $3. And it was factory sealed, but it is no longer. Okay. In time. Again from Warner Home Video, a new line in a slim case. Jason X, I guess that would be Jason 10. And again, $3. Okay, pick this one up out of the flea market. I barely paid anything for it. Jessica Simpson Reality Tour Live. Okay, another Wheeler and Woolsey film from Warner Archive that I have on Laserdisc. Kentucky Colonels. At one point I had up a video, a Laserdisc clip video with footage from this film. It looked, if you saw that video, I think I had to take it down, but the picture is stunning. And that was the Laserdisc release. This is also a musical comedy and features in the cast Spanky McFarland of the Our Gang comedies, or Little Rascals. This is a really funny movie too. Okay, now, as Super High Band Betamax corrected me, German actor Hardy Kruger is not dead, and that's really good news. And I'm a big Hardy Kruger fan, and I was going to anyway, but I have been going and ordering some Hardy Kruger films that I didn't already have. This is a German DVD release of a British film starring Hardy Kruger. Its original British title, Bachelor of Hearts. This offers both a German dub track and the original English track. Okay, now, this is a Blu-ray DVD combo pack. The program on the DVD and on the Blu-ray disc, 22 minutes long. I wouldn't have paid $5 for that, but my wife did. She bought it for me. Lego Star Wars, The Padawan Menace. It includes a minifigure of Han Solo, a young Han Solo. Now there are some extras, but still. And focus. Okay. Another Wheeler and Woolsey film from Warner Archive. Remastered edition. This is one I've seen a couple times pop up on Turner Classic Movies, but I've never seen the whole thing. I've always caught it after it's already started. And this film has a lot going for it. Although even film critics who like Wheeler and Woolsey aren't too keen on this one. In fact, in Leonard Maltin Classic Film Guide, he refers to it as one of their worst. But I really like this film. On again, off again. And what to say about the plot? Well, you know the episode of Seinfeld, or actually it was a two-parter, I think, where they had to create a pilot episode for a proposed television series for NBC, and Jerry saves somebody's life is the plot, and they have to become his butler, or maybe it went the other way around. Anyway, that's the premise of this film. Jerry Seinfeld stole the plot from this film. Okay. I don't know what possessed me to buy this, except it was in the $5 bin. Percy Jackson and the Olympians. The Lightning Thief. Actually, Maybe because I have several novels by Percy Jackson, or of Percy Jackson, whatever, you know what I mean. Okay, another Woody Allen film, this one also based on one of his plays. Strangely, he did not direct this, but it is the first time that Diane Keaton starred opposite Woody Allen. She starred with Woody Allen on stage, in the stage version. In fact, that's how they met. Play It Again, Sam, where Woody Allen's character gets tips on romancing Diane Keaton from the spirit of Humphrey Bogart. Okay. Another Wheeler and Mosley film from Warner Archive. This is remastered. I have this one on Laserdisc also. It takes place during the Dust Bowl, Oklahoma situation. And they play a couple of guys who have a machine which they say can create rain. And there's a really cool sequence near the end, runs about 20 minutes, where they're going to collide two trains, which was a common thing to do in front of audiences back then. I don't know why, because there were some instances of shows like that where people were killed in the audience because the trains that collided too forcefully. But there is a shot right near the beginning. The dust is blowing through with the wind, and you can't see anything. And he goes into this house, and the wind just picks up the house out from around the floor. So all you have is floor, and all the furniture goes flying straight up. Dorothy Lee, Burt Wheeler's favorite romance, object of romantic inclinations. In fact, when he and Robert Woolsey signed with RKO, they told Burt, whoever you want for your leading lady, we'll get. And he saw her perform on stage, and he said, I want Dorothy Lee. So she's in a lot of their films. R.L. Stine's Haunting Hour. Here we have a Blu-ray of a Russell Crowe film, Robin Hood. Okay, from Digiview. Numerous companies put this out. It was animated in Australia, I believe. Sherlock Holmes, The Sign of the Four. Some companies simply titled it Sign of the Four, others The Sign of the Four. Felt the disc come loose in there. Okay, from Warner Home Video and New Line in a slim case. Sublime, uncut. I believe that's a series raw feed. Okay, the Richard Donner cut of Superman 2. Okay, you won't believe what this is going for on Amazon. The least expensive copy I could find sealed was $269. This is not sealed, although it is like new. The least expensive copy I could find used was $36 and something. I generally don't pay anywhere near that for DVDs. This is most probably out of print. It's a made-for-TV movie with a long title. Surviving Gilligan's Island, the incredible true story of the longest 3-hour tour in history. Yes, that is the on-screen title, too. And it's really interesting the way they did it, cutting back and forth between recreating sequences from back then, making the series, and to present day, talking to cast members and so forth. I found it to be pretty interesting, actually. And it features some home movies. It attributes them to Dawn Wells, but she's in front of the camera too, so she must have paid somebody to run a camera or something. Now for years there's always been the debate which you prefer, Marianne or Ginger. I've always been the Marianne type, the Dawn Wells. That, by the way, is not the original cast. That is the cast of the Gilligan's Island that they're filming as part of this made-for-TV movie. You know, within this movie. You know what I mean? The guy that plays the skipper, Alan Hale Jr.'s part, is so dead on. It's amazing. Now, this is from Artisan. And like I said, I believe it's out of print. Fox Television Studios. And in fact, at one point, Dawn Wells says to the camera, well, we couldn't afford that. This is just a made-for-TV movie of the week. That was kind of funny. Okay, another Woody Allen movie. This is in English, but the DVD was released in South Korea. Take the Money and Run, which I also have on Laserdisc. You probably can't make that out, so I don't know why I'm doing it. Now, what makes this film funnier than it would have been already is the wonderful score by Marvin Hamlisch. He also did the score for the Woody Allen movie Bananas. Okay, from Warner Home Video, slim case. The Tea House of the August Moon, starring Eddie Albert. Marlon Brando, Glenn Ford, Michiko Kayo. For some reason, that shot makes me think they took MASH, the Jeep from MASH, and the truck from Beverly Hillbillies, and they melted them together. Okay, from Digiview. Before there was Tom and Jerry, there were Tom and Jerry. Yes, there were 2 cartoon series called Tom and Jerry. This was the first one. The other, of course, star a cat and mouse. How one studio got away with naming a series the same thing as another studio had named. Does that make sense? I don't know. Anyway, speaking of the other Tom and Jerry, here are the other Tom and Jerry. No mice allowed. I have so many Tom and Jerry's. Okay, I don't just watch Top Gear. I mean, I gave it away. Top Gear! I was going to say I don't just watch BBC America for Doctor Who. I also watch it for Top Gear. I totally messed it up. I love Top Gear. And yes, while Top Gear USA is back in production, I prefer Top Gear UK. This is from series, or as we would say, season 20. The complete season 20. Obviously, this is an American release. Anyway, as seen on BBC America and BBC Canada. Okay, and finally, another Woody Allen movie. I have this one on VHS. And I guess the best way to describe it is a precursor to Forrest Gump, because what he did was he shot new footage, but also took old footage from newsreels and so forth, and melded the new footage with the old footage. And I swear, you cannot tell what is new and what is not. So obviously, what has Woody Allen in it is going to be a new thing. But the way they mix everything together, and the songs, they created all new songs done in the style of the 1920s. And they are spot on. The movie is Zelig. His second pseudo-documentary. First one being Take the Money and Run. This is done in a documentary style also. Now you see Woody Allen in this film with Fanny Brice, with Babe Ruth, with Adolf Hitler, with the Pope. I'm not going to go on because I don't want to ruin it. Director of photography, Gordon Willis, who was director of photography on several of his films from that period. He also, if I'm not mistaken, was a cinematographer on The Godfather. Anyway, that is that. Now I have 5 parcels worth of DVDs that I ordered from Amazon or through Amazon, and I've got a large order coming from Something Weird Video. I've got 80 Betamax tapes to show, all those Laserdiscs, and a ton of comic books, and a lot of other things to show. So, until next time, au revoir and stay awesome. Wheeler and Woolsey made more money at the box office than the Marx Brothers, the Ritz Brothers, the Three Stooges, Olsen and Johnson. I think Robert Woolsey had died by the time Abbott and Costello started making movies. Anyway, Image Entertainment released 10 of their films under license from Turner Home Entertainment on Laserdisc, and I have all 10, but that's only half of their films. This is from Warner Archive, Remastered Edition. That's one I have on Laserdisc. Diplomaniacs. Now, film critic Leonard Maltin, who is a fan of Wheeler and Woolsey, says that, well, you either hate Wheeler and Woolsey or you love Wheeler and Woolsey. Bonsoir, YouTubers. This is Cessna Ace back again with another VideoDisc Adds video, this time concentrating on DVD and Blu-ray. Now, since the last time I did one of these videos, I have added quite a few new subscribers, so I wish to thank all of you who are new subscribers, and I also wish to thank those of you who have been subscribers and have stuck with me. I really appreciate it. Alright, I have a lot of ground to cover, a lot of different genres. I'll start with this one, why don't I? This is from Image Entertainment and Something Weird Video. This is not one of Something Weird Video's made-on-demand DVD-Rs, as is the case with all of the collaborative releases from Image Entertainment and Something Weird Video. This is a full-on DVD, complete with copy protection and region encoding. Don't forget, and there are a lot of extras. Come on, focus. It's not cooperating. Both films were produced and directed by the Queen of Exploitation, Doris Wishman. How to do justice to deadly weapons. I can read just the first paragraph off the back. When gangsters kill her boyfriend, the eye-popping, excessively endowed Chesty Morgan seeks revenge with two of the most incredible weapons ever seen on the motion picture screen. Her 70th feature. Each film stars Chesty Morgan, and the two films are Deadly Weapons, which I've seen, and Double Agent 73, which I haven't gotten around to yet. Now, if you wish, you can order each of these films separately from Something Weird Video as made-on-demand DVD-Rs. But those are $10 a piece, and I think I paid $15 for this. So this is the better deal. Now, there is a Blu-ray counterpart that has 3 features on it. As is the case with all of the collaborative releases between Something Weird Video and Image Entertainment, the discs were replicated by Sony. 3-inch breasts. That right there is part of Something Weird Video's generic opening to all their videos. Okay, this is release ID 3021SWDVD. Warning, this program contains graphic nudity. Okay. During the 1930s, there were a lot of comedy teams that made films. RKO Radio Pictures' in-house comedy team were Wheeler and Woolsey. Very popular. In fact, the only comedy team more popular at the box office than Wheeler and Woolsey were Laurel and Hardy.